What's up, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Toy Room Renovation, right here on the Slam Sessions on YouTube. I'm your host, Albert Albanese, and of course, as always, this week I'm back with more updates, more renovations, and more news. So, this week, I have a few purchases. I started buying from Ringside Collectibles, so I got a whole bunch of Ringside stuff in that we're going to dissect. Hopefully, I'll have some good updates for you, and I'll have a little bit of an update on the timeline of things going on, so I guess stay tuned for that. But instead of doing this big, long diatribe in the intro, let's just jump right into it, right? You know what's up first. What's new in my collection this week? So this is the basic series Noam Dar and Tamina. Noam Dar is from series 129, and that's the first time in the line figure for Noam Dar. And Tamina is series 132. So I got both of these basics because I don't have either of them. You guys know that I collect everybody currently on the WWE roster, even the NXT roster. That's a whole big breakdown of which way I collect with certain things and stuff like that, which I'll get into one of these days. But the Tamina is one of the only WWE main roster women that I don't have her figure, so she's going to go right into the women's roster display. So let's start off with this Tamina. As you can see, her gear looks pretty cool. She's got the tattoo on her right arm. Detailing is really nice. There are some deco hits on here, which I appreciate, especially for basics. Let's take a look at the back. So she was in a series with Rey Mysterio, Lashley, Riddle, and Kushida. So there's the back, Superfly Splash, and a Super Kick. They all have, I guess they have this different ratings on the side. She is a powerhouse. All right, that's pretty cool. So I like this gear. I think the selection was really cool. I like the deco hits and the design. A little upset that they don't have the blue highlights in the hair, but I guess that was extra deco hits, so that would have cost a little bit more. But I really like this figure. Now, Noam Dar here, as you can see, there's him on the package, the figure. So the figure looks good. I think this particular figure, the face is a tiny, tiny bit off. And actually, it's pretty good. Just the eyes are a little bit light. I guess I get what they were trying to go for, but they're a little bit light. If there are any football fans here, you put a little bit of a headband on this guy. He looks just like Mark Sanchez, just the figure, not Noam Dar in general. But anyway, the gear choice is really cool. I like the pink. It's got the deco hits on the side. You can see it's a number 11, it looks like. And then there's the stitching down the side on both sides, the white stripes. Boots, he's got the deco hit on the knee pad. Take a look. He is a technician, according to this little scaling system. He was in with Roman Reigns, Dom, The Miz, and Carmella. So, yeah, that's the back of it. So, and then you can see his finishing moves, the Nova Roller and the Champagne Super Knee Bar, which is fantastic. That's just a great name for a move. So yeah, I got these because they were both in the Ringside sale, and they were also, if you guys don't know, if you scroll all the way to the back of every Ringside sale, they have damaged packaging figures. And I'm a guy who opens up his figures, so I always go for the damaged packaging ones. They're usually a couple of dollars off. So that's what I did here. So I can't wait to open these up and add them in. All right, so next up in the purchases, we have Red Velvet and Chris Statlander from AEW. So first, I'm going to start with this Red Velvet here on the left. I like the gear choice. Looks very similar to the one that has in the picture on the box. I love the AEW figures packaging, the throwback, the homage, if you will, to the old WWE Classic Superstars line, which Jeremy Padawer did. I think I've talked about this before. I love their packaging. I really like AEW's figures. I know that there's a lot of problems with some of the distribution and stuff like that. People are saying the line isn't as interesting or it's dying, but I still love collecting them. There's the back of the packaging with her signature, a nice little photo on the back. She was in a series with these guys, which, that's a pretty big set. So, really cool Red Velvet figure. Can't wait to add her in with the rest of the AEW ladies. And I really can't wait to add in this Chris Statlander. I'm a big Chris Statlander fan. I really like a lot of the graduates from the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy are usually somehow end up becoming some of my favorites. I don't know if I just have a bias from that school, but be that as it may, Chris Statlander here looks awesome. She's got the paint on her face. As you can see, it looks very similar to the paint that's on her face in the a photo. Her hair is based on that as well, so she looks cool. It's got the 3 different colors in her hair, the tattoos on her arms. She's got the deco hits down the legs. Take a look on the back. There's the set she was in. And, her photo on the back. So this is another really cool figure. I like what AEW's doing. I like their figure line. I like the unmatched and unrivaled lines. They both look really good. Both of these women look great, and I'm happy that I get to open these up and add them in. And this is the Earthquake WWE Greatest Hits line. Comes with the WWE Tag Team Championship, so let's lean it up a little bit. There it is. Look at how cool he looks on the box and in the package. I think this is a really good Earthquake figure. The eyes just bother me a little bit. They're a little bit far apart, but other than that, it's actually really good. I like the face. I like the beard. It's got his tattoo on his arm. It's got the cool Earthquake gear. He comes with the World Tag Team Championship. Let's take a look at the back of the box. So there it is. The 2 of the largest superstars in WWE history, Earthquake and Typhoon from the natural disasters. So you can see them both on the box there, along with the other members of the Greatest Hits set. There you go, finisher, the Earthquake Splash. So this is super cool. This is going to go in my 1992 New Generation setup up on the desk. So I can't wait to add this in. Of course, you guys know a couple of months ago I added Typhoon to the collection. So I'm super happy about getting to add his tag team partner, the Earthquake, in as well. All right, so before I actually display this to me, and I just want to point out, so the WWE Basics have been going through a little bit of an overhaul, and they put in the leg joints. I don't know if I pointed this out, if I've ever opened any of the other Basics before, but I really like that they do this. It gives like an infinite more amount of playability. The one thing I will say about normal Basics is that I think the playability was a little bit off for them because, they didn't have like the inside of the leg joints and stuff like that. And of course, there's no give to them because obviously they're hard plastic, not like the rubber like the BCAs. So it's hard, like if you were, let's just say, playing with it as a kid and you were trying to do some Rey Mysterio moves, it's going to be very hard because his legs don't open all the way. Or like to do a sit-down powerbomb. Now, with her legs being able to have those extra hinges, she'd be able to do something like that a little bit more. So I'm really glad that they added the articulation onto these Basics. It really makes them a lot better. They're kind of a game changer. They're back, and they fit right into the collection now. So I added Tamina here to my women's shelf. So like I said, I think last week I was talking about, or maybe it was a few weeks ago, I was talking about how this women's shelf was getting a little bit cramped. And as you can see, it's a little bit hard to see Candice LeRae back there. Nikki Cross is a little bit hidden. Even Alexa, if you kind of look at the wrong way, Tegan and Mia are a little bit blocked. Carmella in the back as well. So it's a little bit hard to see everybody here. So I'm eventually going to have to bring this down and put this onto a secondary shelf. But I don't have the room right now, so what I'm going to eventually have to do is move this entire collection somewhere where I'll have more room. So hopefully there aren't many more women's roster figures I have to add on here, so I don't have to move too much, but it's cramped, and it definitely needs more room. It deserves more room. And speaking of women's divisions, as you can see, Red Velvet and Chris Statlander have been added over here next to Nyla and Britt. I still have that Cody up there because he's still an AEW figure. But this is the rest of the AEW collection. I kind of put Edge in there, just like, hey, he's here. Put him up in the front with everybody else because he's currently here in AEW. But again, just like I said with the women's shelf, this AEW shelf's getting a little crowded too. Jim Ross and Taz in the back there you really can't see too well. Brian Cage is a little bit hidden. Sean Spears a little bit hidden. Miro as well. So it's a little bit rough because I don't have the room, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking, like I said, a little bit cramped. I have the secondary shelf up here for AEW with the tag teams, but that's pretty much full as well. So not really in a good area space-wise. So I'm going to really have to kind of reconfigure some of these things. But as of right now, still looks pretty good. So as I said earlier, I changed up my new gen display and added the Earthquake. As you can see, he's there with Typhoon. I kind of moved Virgil over a little bit to kind of put in front of them to kind of look at the $1 Million Corporation, with Ted DiBiase and Kama Mustafa there. I'm going to eventually add some guys from the $1 Million Corporation in there as soon as they're made or get made in this scale, because I don't have the King Kong Bundy currently that was released in this scale, so that's something that eventually I'm going to either have to go out and get, but there's also other ones like that haven't been made, but they're being made in retro scale, like Henry Godwin, and I believe Psycho Sid, IRS, who I don't have. I'm going to have to pick up an IRS eventually. I'm probably missing a few guys as well. Maybe the 123 kid, I guess. He's also another one who I believe was in the $1 Million Corporation. So I'm gonna have to put them all out here at one point, kind of in front of commentary. As you can see, then this is the entire setup right now, and I think it looks pretty good so far. Obviously, this side is getting a little bit more of a workout because I don't have the major stars yet to put into the ring. So obviously when I have more of those guys, they'll go in there. But right now, I'm really liking the way this is looking. All right, so that brings an end to today's episodes. As you can see, I got a bunch of stuff up. I got some new stuff out. Mostly the stuff that I bought, I got out. So, it's good when I have places for these things because then I can open them up and put them right out. But I'm expecting, I believe I have another ringside order coming. I should have another one coming soon. If I don't, I'm probably going to order another one because there's a couple of things that I saw that I kind of need. So hopefully I'll have some good purchases for next week and some updates. But like I said earlier, I said I have some update about the timeline of everything. So it looks like probably by January, I should be starting the second phase of this whole thing. So we got a couple of more weeks of just kind of riding this out. We'll see how the Christmas season goes. We'll see how much of this stuff I have recorded and if I'm going to be taking a break in between, but we'll figure that all out and I'll let you guys know as time goes on. But as always, thank you for the likes, the subscriptions, watching, and, sharing. Thank you for all that. I'll see you guys next time.